Hello YouTube, how's it going? Metro Hero 2012 here, and we're finally coming back to another video of the Minecraft 3x project. It's been quite a long time. Honestly, I've been very busy and just haven't put any effort into YouTube whatsoever, but I am going to be coming back to YouTube, and the main thing I want to do is continue this 3x project series. I will be doing some other things, but for the time being, I'm really going to focus on this project because looking back and seeing this castle start to become a thing, I really want to continue it and finish what this castle is going to be. So I am preparing all of my items, mainly stone, and I need to make a lot of stone to make this happen, but there's a little bit of redesign. I'm not exactly sure how tall the wall should go and how the watchtower should be, so I think I'm going to be building another story on the top of it, kind of making a watchtower feel to the end of it. But like I said, my return to YouTube, the 3x project is only going to be part of it. I am planning on starting a few other series, and I want to get everyone's opinions. So for those of you who stuck around and have watched this project before and want to watch more of it, thank you so much for your support. And those of you new to the series, please go back and watch some of the other videos if you want to see how I got to where I am now. So I have quite a few sheep pens to get me some wool. I've got some cows to feed me, and I've got a really cool mine shaft. So if you guys want to learn how I made any of that, please refer to my previous episodes. And that's kind of the whole point of this project, is to get you guys as much gameplay as possible in as little amount of time and make it meaningful to you. So every episode will be 30 minutes of gameplay, brought all the way down to 10 minutes for your viewing pleasure, with my voiceover explaining what I'm doing and just kind of talking about different things going on. So like I said, I will be doing other series, but here we go. We're building up this wall, and I have to decide kind of how tall it's going to be. It's a difficult thing because you don't really know how tall you want the tower to extrude from the rest of the castle. Because you don't want it to be just a really short castle with really tall walls, really tall watchtowers, and you also don't want it to be like, I don't know, you need it to be very symmetrical, and it's kind of hard to get the right balance. So you'll see me kind of struggle here to find what is going to be right for this castle. By the end of the episode, I think I found the best option, and we'll be moving forward that way. But just building it up here, working on each individual wall. So in terms of other series I'm thinking about doing, I actually had a pretty good idea the other day. Is my cousin, who is really into Dota, kind of wanted me to play Dota with him, and I've never played it before. So those of you who played Dota, you might be interested in this series. I play a lot of League of Legends, and he's trying to convince me to not exactly like switch over to Dota, but to at least try it with him. So I think I'm going to do that, and while I do that, he's going to give League of Legends a try. So we're going to go back and forth, each of us playing one or the other, streaming it, and then posting those videos to YouTube. So there's going to be one part where I'm learning how to play Dota and he's explaining everything to me, and one part where he's playing League and I'm explaining everything to him. So we're gonna teach each other and both rank up from unranked accounts. So if you guys are interested in League of Legends or Dota, or if you're interested in one not the other, it'd definitely be an interesting series for you to watch, so you can kind of see similarities and differences and what the learning process is like for both of those series. So if you have interest other than Minecraft, please check out those series as they come out. I think it'll be really, really interesting, along with this series, just to keep watching it, because this castle is going to be done and it's going to look really cool, and I'm going to put a whole bunch of detail into it because that's just the kind of Minecraft builder that I am. So it's going to be a very elaborate castle, and it's going to be something people are going to appreciate. So if you're following all the way up until this and your friends see it and say, wow, that's a really cool castle, you can be one of those people to say you were in it from the beginning and watching all the episodes, and by the time I get to episode 100 and 200, you can say I've been watching since the beginning. So I think in the long run, this is going to be a really cool series, along with all the other ones I'm going to do. I did mention I'm busy. I still kind of am busy, but I'm going to make it an effort to put up at least one episode a week. Hopefully 2 or 3. So my weekends are usually pretty booked up, because essentially what happened is I graduated college, got a real world job, and now I have to be there for 8 hours a day. By the time I get home after the gym, I'm just exhausted. and I usually typically just play League of Legends with friends and find games that are enjoyable, and just working on something is the last thing I want to do, but I want to pursue YouTube again as if it were not work and if it were fun, which, I mean, it typically always has been to me, but I've had that extra free time. I've been bored and I've wanted to create content, but content creation is just something I've always loved. So here we go. So I think that is the height we're going to go with. We are going to have to do some detailing on the wall to make it look more like a castle wall, as well as the top of the tower. We're going to have to make it look like a actual watchtower. So that'll be coming up in the next few episodes. But fun fact about this episode is it actually was filmed a long time ago. This was filmed right after the previous episode, just never got uploaded. The gameplay was there. I never got around to recording, actually. So this is from like 4 months ago. So I'm kind of refreshing my own memory when watching this, but I definitely know what I was thinking. And we're going to make this a very, very cool city altogether. The castle is just the first part of it. I'm definitely not stopping there. So if you're thinking that series is just going to die after this castle is done, you're wrong. I'm going to be building many different things, and viewer input is going to be something that's huge in this series. So once this castle is done, I'm going to need good ideas, and even when working on this castle, I'm going to need ideas. So if you guys have any idea for like pixel art or like what you think I should put in some of the rooms, because just think of how big this castle is going to be, and I don't have enough creativity to think of what's going to be in every single room. So this is going to be one of those series where if you like watching YouTube videos and you like having input, this is going to be the series for you. Any suggestion that you guys make, I'm going to be implementing into this, at least until viewership goes way up. So I have no idea where these mobs are spawning, so I'm going to have to figure out kind of what's going on in a little bit, but I'm running out of resources, mainly coal, so I'm going to need to go back down into the mine pretty much for the rest of the episode and just stack up on cobblestone, find some more coal so that I can continue on with my castle. So the next few parts will just be adding on to the mine shaft, and you can see kind of the design I'm going for. I have that huge open feeling hallway that leads directly down to this level. And if you go either way on this level, I'm doing 3x3 mines. So I know strip mining is probably the most efficient way of doing things. It's just a 2 block high by 1 block width, so you're just essentially making enough room for yourself, and you're just going straight until you find a vein. I'm not the best Minecraft player, mainly because I understand why people do things and I choose to ignore it. So I really like things to be aesthetically pleasing. I took a few like graphic design classes in college, and there's just little things that I like to be the right way. So you'll see, even if I bump into something, I'm putting it back. Like if I take any resources out of the ceiling, I'm putting it back, or any resources out of the wall, I'm putting it back, because I love things to be a very specific way, and I don't like them to be changed. So I'm kind of a OCD Minecraft player. But yeah, I think there's a really cool idea for a mine. So those of you who've seen my other episodes of the mine, you definitely see what's going on. It's just a huge open hallway. But now I'm trying to add on to it, and looks like we're going to bed for the night. Or at least we're going to try to go to bed for the night. There are mobs in the area. So yeah, those of you who are actually into the 3X series, I apologize it's been so long since I've posted. I really honestly am sorry. I just know there weren't too many people that were involved in this series. A few comments here and there, but there's nobody really directly following it, and I want to change that. I want to be making good content for you guys. I want to be doing cool Minecraft stuff. I want suggestions. I want to make it everyone's channel, not just mine. So please, if you enjoyed this video, leave some comments on suggestions. Let me know what you thought of it. Just leave a comment, say hi. I'll say hi back, and I'll get to streaming some Minecraft as well. So I'm going to be starting to stream very frequently, because I'm going to be setting up my Twitch account to do a lot of cool different things. So if you're interested in that, I'll have that posted as well. But this wraps up the episode. Thank you guys so much for watching, and stay tuned for the next one. See you later. Wouldn't let me go get him.